Hey guys, this is Fiddy here. Welcome to another Conquest video. This is part 2 of this little series that I'm doing to unlock Ezra Bridger. All we're going to do is we're going to go through all the Sector 1 feats listed on the starting screen. We're going to break it down to the teams, the characters, and everything that we need to use for this feat. So let's dive into it. So the sector feats: attempt to inflict Tenacity down 50 times, win 10 battles with Morgan Elsbeth surviving, gain Decay 50 times, defeat 35 enemies with Gungan units. Win, and these are the boss feats: win a full squad with Geonosians, win with only light side characters, defeat an enemy with Queen Amidala, and win with Gungan Bombardier surviving. Alright, we're gonna focus on doing the Decay and the Tenacity down 50 times. We don't have to land the Tenacity down, we just have to attempt to inflict the Tenacity down. Decay, if you don't have Enoch as the lead, then you're kinda pooched. So, the best way to knock this out, we did this in the first Conquest video that we posted. This team here is going to be super needed. This team will complete a lot of feats all at the same time. We have Enoch for the Decay, we have Death Trooper and TIE Fighter Pilot for the Tenacity down, and we have the Scout Trooper for the Stagger feats. That will be for the global feats. That is a bonus. Win 10 battles with Morgan Elsbeth. This should be easily done. With Morgan Elsbeth in the Night Sister squad, there's a huge thing that we have to be word of caution of, and that's highlighted at the very bottom. Morgan Elsbeth prevents revives. No Night Sisters can be revived. Night Sister zombie might be a little bit different, but the core of the Night Sisters will not be able to revive, which it does hurt the reviving mechanic of the Night Sister squad. So if you don't have Night Sisters at a good durability area, then I might not recommend this because of this clause. Most people will not have Morgan Elsbeth at 7 stars or high gears. They might have her at like gear 11. So I would probably throw her in a team that does spamming, and like if you spam all the turns to SLKR, he should be able to AoE and just keep on taking out the enemies that you face. For the Imperial Troopers, we're trying to create a turn meter loop so that the enemies don't take a turn, but we take a lot of turns, and then we can just use Dark Trooper just to keep on taking out people, and that will prevent more. That will give us more turn meter to give to all our allies. Morgan will be just sitting there, and for the Gungans, we will need, if you don't have Gungans at a strong area, then we might have to go for a second option, which is on the left side. But if you have Gungans at gear 12, gear 13 plus, then you might be close to getting Treasure Banks. Treasure Banks will be super useful for helping out with other feats. So Gungans will be able to help out defeat 35 enemies with Gungans, win with only light side, which you don't have to use them the whole entire time, but we can use the Gungan team to take out multiple feats, which should be super easy. So Jar Jar can help with a global stagger feat. Bombardier needs to survive for the end sector boss, and we need to defeat 35 enemies with Gungans. And I have my two options. So if you don't have Gungans up, you can use Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. What I would recommend is that you have 3 Jedi allies with him, and then 1 Gungan. So all the inheriting teachings that you get in the battle, you throw it all the way to that 1 Gungan, so that Jedi Master Luke Skywalker does his true damage from his ability, and the Gungan just gets the kill. Pretty much you're doing a double attack with that Gungan, even though that the Gungan's not doing much damage. So the remaining Sector 1 feats. If you don't have Queen Amidala, you can't do it, period. There's no way around that. So if you do have Queen Amidala and you don't have her gear 12, gear 13, what are you doing? We gotta get her up. She is super needed for the Andor raid, and she is super needed for Grand Arena. Her Omicrons are fantastic. What I would recommend is I would just do the exact same thing as what I did with the Gungans, the three Jedi, and then Queen Amidala, and throw all the inheriting teachings to Queen Amidala. Let her get the kill. After she gets one kill, you're perfectly fine. You just move forward. If you, we have to do. This is an odd one. We have to do a full squad of Geonosians, and if you have Geonosians at gear 12, you might be able to get away with it, but you might have to do gear 13. Some facts: Soldier and Spy are great for the fleets. So if you have those relict, that's great. If not, then that might be a little bit harder. So these two feats might be able to be skipped depending on how you are with your roster. If you are struggling with the following teams that have Tenacity down, here is all the characters like I did in the first video, and I broke down who has Tenacity down, where they can apply it, and how it is. And again, Padawan Obi-Wan is another one that if you have this Conquest Omicron, that this might be a viable candidate, but it's not needed. We have so many other characters that apply Tenacity down, and again, we only have to attempt to inflict it, not land it. Other than that, that brings us to the end of our Conquest Sector 1 video. This is part 2 of the series that I'm doing. If you like it, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the Holo Tables.